One of y'all gotta yell.
They be all clapping and shit.
I'm gonna start playing the Trapaholics mixtape drop.
Real trap shit. Real trash.
Everybody with the mic, make sure you're recording. We should come back here and do a round table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh.
Yo. Yes, sir.
We going.
Brought my young goons with me, just some niggas know.
We're rolling. What that look like, Dad? That's looking A-okay. This echo crazy. What's three? Let me see.
Bobby said, "Form me on to the races."
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this summer, if I don't open up a spot, I'm gonna come out of retirement just to throw parties and cut them off at midnight to try to change the club. Cause that 2:30, boy, it don't make no sense if you really think about it.
Bro.
Why are we out till 3 in the morning?
And that's what I'm saying. And bro, like,
it don't make no sense. It's no positive to it.
going from 10 o'clock to, like, you know how the shit ends at 10 o'clock now, bro. I can't imagine going back to 2:30.
Bro, I'm gonna die.
Bro,
It's over.
4.5 more hours.
It's over.
Sleep in the club.
And then you think about it. That's when all the club, the fights and all that type of stuff happen. Like in the shooting, like if the club ended at midnight, we get there at 8, kick it till 12. Bro, you gonna wake up the next morning, you're gonna be cool.
I think that like the benefits, the vibes of like taking a shorty home.
Yeah. Bro, name one positive to drinking at 2:30 in the morning. Drinking Red Bull with your drink at 2:30 in the morning. It don't make no sense. And I done had plenty of both.
For niggas that got work and shit the next day. You just now getting out.
Bro, you think even if you just want to wake up and go to the gym or anything, you're not doing it. If you're drinking Red Bull and tequila at 2:30 in the morning.
It's a wrap, bro.
Yeah. First of all, you driving home, you waking up in the morning, you don't even know how you got home. You don't even remember driving home.
The worst nights.
It don't make no sense.
You reminiscing, like, damn. Is that running, Dev?
You could go kick it even if you got something to do in the morning.
Sir.
You should stop at 10.
Swear to God. You be good money. Get some little skin.
Facts. Bro, the day kick it is way better anyway. The day kick it is way better anyway. In the summertime, you day drinking, hit all the spots. You start at 4, you done by 8.
And then if you feeling good, you go to about 10. You be like, yeah, I'm really done.
Yeah.
I'm really done.
And you gonna sleep like a baby.
Then like you said, you don't gotta wake up crazy that Sunday. You can do whatever you want. Get your day restarted. Maybe eat your little brunch at 12.
Reset.
Reset.
Be good. I'm 30. Them hangovers last a month. Them motherfuckers, man. I feel like I feel like when I'm hungover, I never fully recovered. Each time I just become less and less of a human.
Of a human.
I just become every time, bro. Like
I'm just a body. You ready?
let's get it.
In the City Podcast, it's John, aka Dojo.
And it's your boy Ray B.
And we got my boy Rio in the building. We are at Amongst Peers, man. Just opened up not too long ago. So definitely congrats to you, Rio, man. Definitely, yeah, for sure. So we just want to get started just on your come up. You know, you from Columbus, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised, you know. So yeah, we just want you to kind of like just give us a glimpse before we talk about AP. Just give us a glimpse of, you know, your come up, man.
It's an unusual one, man. We started so I'm from the north and the south. My mother's from the north side, my father from the south side. So that's how I know a lot of people, man. I'm from both angles. I went to Marion Franklin, Lyndon McKinley. So you know, I've been all around. The journey it took me up and down 270, 71, you know, so you know, but ultimately, you know, we're here now. So
That's that's cool. That's pretty much it. But yeah, man, I just want to once again to congratulate you on AP, man. So what got you like started to even open up a store like this?
Man, this really was random. I had lost a job in like 2013. It was around Christmas time. So I just needed something quick, like a holiday gig. I had a newborn daughter, so I fell into a retail job at Tiger Tree. They just closed down, but Tiger Tree, pretty dope store. So I fell into a job there in like 2013, maybe 2012, 2013. And then I just kind of never left retail, never left fashion. Ever since then, I just kind of fell in love with the process of like having a store, figuring out new brands, going to trade shows and buying and merchandising and just like creating a vibe that once people come, they just kind of become normals and regulars, So just that drew me in, and, from there it's just, worked a couple different retail jobs and never stopped.
Okay, and then another question, like as far as like selecting the brands to be in the store, like how do you go about that? Like how is your process?
So for AP, our goal is kind of like to be fashion forward. Like we want to be like introduce people to new brands. Like, it's kind of easy, not easy, but carrying all the like brands that everybody already love. Most people already have these places where they go to get that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The big thing now is like the buy, sell, trade stores, where you can go, you could swap your sneakers out, get a store credit, and then you could get that $500 piece for $150, or even swap or something like that with the more popular, more hype brands. So what we wanted to do is create something where it hits all levels. If you're just somebody who want to come in and grab a dope tee or a dope hoodie that don't really care about the brand, you just want something that look nice and that's good quality, then we got that. But if you like somebody who really into fashion and you're really into the brands and the stories and the histories of the brands, then you're going to come in here and see stuff that you can't find nowhere else in Columbus and not a lot of other places in the country. So it's like, being fashion forward, being ahead on the trends, and like building relationships with the brands that, can help us grow at the same time.
Word, because I was just talking about like this brand, like Andrew. Like I never would have thought I would be in Columbus and going to a store and cop an Andrew tee. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Because like, I'm kind of in the not kind of, but I'm in this like that skate world. You know what I'm saying? Used to skateboard when a while ago, but my brother into it now. So seeing brands like this is. I think that shit's sweet.
Yeah, definitely. And I wasn't born into like I wasn't growing up, I wasn't a skater and, into skateboarding, but when you're in the streetwear culture, you don't like streetwear culture is skateboard. Exactly. Like there would be no streetwear without skateboarding. So brands like Andrew and Powers and Sneeze Mag, those are like, without them brands like that, you wouldn't have any of this other stuff we talk about, So it was just super important to pay homage. And those are the homies anyway, They're the homies. So that was just super important for us to pay homage to the street skate community.
For sure. To go a little bit back in time, I know we asked you about your come up and then we got into AP, but to go a little bit back, before AP started, you was doing a little bit of like, club promoting and things like that. Like, what was that journey like? Like, take us through that a little bit and just what that was like and, what that created for you being able to do this stuff today.
So from throwing parties is the reason I'm able to do anything I do today. So like I said, like going back, I went to 3 high schools. My mother's from the north. My father lived on the south. So like I just growing up, I met so many people from so many different sides of town. And I went to a lot of different schools, so I was just able to build relationships. I always, so I always knew a lot of people. And then as I just started to get older, I think I was probably like 2009, I threw my first party. And it was just like, man, I know I could get people to come out. Like these is people I could text, I could call, I could, I could directly reach a lot of people enough to like throw a party. So I just started trying it. Like in the first few times it was completely whack. Like I had booked the venue and then I showed up I promoted it for like a month. I showed up to throw the party and the venue was locked. Nobody was answering the phone. It was like a lot of stuff like that because I was young, I was like 16, 17, 18 years old. So nobody really, like none of the owners really took me serious. So it was just kind of like, finally when we got a crack, it was like me, Jerry, and Lavelle. Like we finally was throwing pool parties and just finding random things to do to like bring people together. And then once it caught on, it never stopped.
Yeah, I'm about to say just continue on that, like with that promoted and the party stuff. What was one of the like craziest parties that you could think off the top of your head that you actually threw?
Man, so me, Jerry, and Lavelle threw a pool party in like 2010. It was a thunderstorm, like thunder, lightning. Like if you was driving, you pulling over on the side of the road and putting your hazards on. It was raining so hard. And we still had like 350 people at this pool just drinking in the rain, and the pool is lightning. They had to come they never let us throw a party there ever again. Like we had, like it was just crazy. And that was probably like, and those was the times when we ain't have no responsibilities, we ain't have no bills, we ain't have nothing. So we was just living. So, and everybody who was kicking it with us was the same way. So it's like everybody was just out there like no cares, no worries. We didn't care about making money. We didn't care. It was just like all about the kick it. And that was probably the craziest, one of the best memories. I mean, it's been a bunch of parties like in the clubs that hit capacity and all that, you know what I'm saying? But when it come to actually kicking it and actually like having a good time, that was probably the best time ever, you know what I'm saying?
So, and we got
We keep them yickies on us.
Mine's is rolling.
Yeah, mine's is rolling.
I already seen that.
Whenever you say,
On Twitter, yeah. Good 44.
whenever you say ready, or give us the cue. We good to go?
Everybody got their audio, y'all good?
Yeah, we straight.
All right, so yeah, we just had to move to another.
High Street kind of introduced me to a whole different world. Like I'm from the hood, so I'm from the hood, so it's like none of the cool stuff was happening in the hood. Like you would have a lot of the young creatives that are from the hood, but they weren't out doing the hood stuff. They were like, as a creative, like you, typically like you different, like you a little weird. You like in the back of the class drawing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, and for sure. So for me, I'm from the hood, so coming down here was like a completely different world for me. But it was dope because I actually started learning like, okay, so the stuff that I've been thinking about, the stuff that I've been, you know what I'm saying, doing that was different is really a whole culture for it. It's really other people who do that type of stuff. So, I mean, everybody you talk to from my age group will tell you the Deontay Soul Classic story. It's 10 plus years ago, or 10 years, whenever it was, I'm in Soul Classic with a pen and a pad just talking to Deontay. Just, bro, how do I start a t-shirt brand? If I got $2,000, is that enough? Or, you know what I'm saying? I got this drawing, how do I get it on a shirt? All that, like, type of stuff. Like, we was in Soul Classic. Soul Classic is the leaders of Columbus, like leaders in Chicago. If you talk to Joe Fresh Goods or any of them, they like, leaders is the hub of the culture. We all started there. That's what Soul Classic is in Columbus. And Deontay was so young. He was so fresh in his journey. You know what I'm saying? But he was the one, every time he learned something, he kicking the game back to us. Like it was all, you could go there and get whatever game that you needed.
All right, took a little detour just to another part of the store, man. So we're going to let Ray B kick it off for us.
Sir, so Rio, back to the journey and everything what you had going on. Tell us a little bit about Tackman, man, what that did for you, because that's kind of how we first met you and really got to be able to create this relationship is when you first opened up Tackman and got to run in that, and that's really, you know, like I said, how we got to know you and everything. So take us a little bit through Tackman and, you know, what that did for you.
So Tackman really taught me everything I know about the retail fashion game. So that's when I was transitioning. I told you I lost that job. I got a job in retail. From there, straight from there, I went from like a part-time sales associate to a full-time manager of Tackman. So when they opened up the retail store, I was running a retail store. I really didn't know much about retail at all. I just kind of was like learning on the go. And from there, it was like just thrown into the fire, you know what I'm saying? So I was just learning the retail. I was learning, you know, everything about the store. But then I was just going so hard, I just wanted to take full advantage of the opportunity. So I went from there to like I was just grinding. Like, I would pay for myself to go to the trade shows when, you know, the whole company would go to the trade shows in Vegas. I would pay for myself to go, and then my homie Kelt, shout out to Kelt, he would just be like, bro, you can stay with me, you know what I'm saying? Because I just was like mustarding up my last coins just to go out there, just to learn it, just to be around the rest of the team and like kind of get to know everybody and get to know the business and just kind of show like how invested I was. So after that, it went from like me paying for myself to go out there and kind of like finessing and sneaking in to like them bringing me along and, you know, setting me up out there, making sure I was good, to actually I was building out the booths at the trade shows at Magic and Agenda and all that, and then running it, you know what I'm saying? So then I took over the wholesale, which is like getting TACMA carried in other stores. So I was a wholesale with this a woman by the name of Jana Flumiani. She's a legend in the wholesale game, and she taught me everything about wholesale and fashion. And so I just kind of was like under the wing of like, you know, just like from Duck to Kelt to Curtains, and these are just like all people who are like off doing like crazy things in fashion now, to Vince, who was GQ's new designer of the year. You know what I'm saying? These is all people who was like at TACMA at one time. And I was just like under all these people, just learning everything from everybody. Like Jana took True Religion from like 40,000 a year to 200 million a year. You know what I'm saying? In wholesale. So it's like, these is the people I was underneath learning. Meanwhile, I'm doing all that out there and then coming back and running the TACMA store. Yeah. So every time I'm coming back, I'm just more gems, and people coming to the store, like the young cats, like the Dirty Canvas, and you know what I'm saying, just everybody that's coming to the store now. I'm able to give so much game.
Full circle, bro.
Yeah, it's just like all the young cats was coming through, and I'm just able to give so much game because at the same time where I'm here in the culture of Columbus, I'm going out traveling the world, you know what I'm saying, doing fashion, you know what I'm saying, stuff. So it was just like, that's where I learned everything at, was TACMA, for real. You know what I'm saying? From marketing to design to wholesale to buying everything.
I feel like with everything, you know, when motherfuckers like first start off, it's always you got to finesse or you got to do this and do this. I feel like that's like a big factor, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can't just go by the book.
And you got to prove yourself. Like TACMA was, when I first came into TACMA, it was a big thing. Like TACMA was carried in like 100 stores in the country and had like shit everywhere. So it was like TACMA was already a big thing. So I was just like the smallest, lowest guy on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? So for me to actually like meet these people and get noticed by these people and get appreciated by these people, I had to do the legwork. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go crazy at the store. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to put myself in front of the people to even meet them. So it was just like that finessing, it's really not even finessing, it's really just doing the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? It's really just putting in that work and just proving like I'm not just here, I'm here for a reason. And I actually, you know what I'm saying, my value, showing your value, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a value exchange. So, you know what I'm saying, proving that was.
Well, yeah, man, I just want to, this is probably one of my main questions. What does amongst peers like mean to you?
So amongst peers, actually, you know, TACMA stands for they all can kiss my ass. Right. But it's like a mantra. It's like, you know, being true to yourself. Like if, you know, society gonna tell you got to be one way, but you know what I'm saying, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be me. And I really adopted that like mentality while working for TACMA. So when I opened amongst peers, it just like had me open my eyes to everything that I, you know, am in the city. Everything about me in the city is built off of my connections, my relationships, and how other people just rock with me and support me. You know what I'm saying? So amongst peers is like just to pay tribute to, pay homage to the people who have continually supported me throughout my whole, you know what I'm saying, run. So it's like amongst peers, it's like, bro, I wouldn't be anywhere without my peers.
Yeah, Pooh Shiesty, we got Pooh Shiesty, Big 30 over there. But Keenan, man, you wanna get on here? Just elaborate, man.
What's the question?
So just what amongst peers, like just the meaning of amongst peers, man. Just
to me,
what it mean to you?
To me personally, well, it means what he said and a lot more. Honestly, I remember he probably don't remember this. One day I went to hang out with him in Milan. Shout out to Milan. And I told Rio, I'm like, yeah, man. I was really like motivated to start like my own brand. I'm like, man, I'm about to start putting some shirts together, this and that. And he even talked about like if I got $2,000, I could just create some t-shirts, da da da. And I'm telling him, Rio was like, yeah, man, that's tight, man. I'm about to create this brand. And I'm like, dang. So to me, I was cool with when he told me he wanted me to be a part of it. I was cool with taking a back seat, and the position I'm in now, it really doesn't. It offers a ceiling. With this, I don't see a ceiling. I see the ability to come in here every day and I learn from him. And like, even things that he just told you, him sitting back and learning from the people he learned from, I see him as that gateway for me possibly to even one day you could look up and see me having this podcast with y'all at my own store.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So I look at it as opportunity and just a good time and just expansion for the city, because the city definitely needs more places like this.
Hell yeah.
So Classics, I feel like, been doing it for a long time, carrying it on their back, and we've had people that have come and try and went away, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And I feel like this is a place that can stay and succeed, bro, and just offer opportunity for not only me, but for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I look forward to just soaking in knowledge from him, and you know what I'm saying, and moving forward and carrying the Amongst Peers brand.
Hell yeah. Hey, man, that was words from Pooh Shiesty, y'all. From Memphis and the Super Bowl Sunday, man. So we got Malik Harrison here. He just pulled up on us. We at AP. We just want to ask you a couple questions about AP and how much it means for the city.
Oh, no, this definitely is a blessing, you know. Like, anything that somebody that, you know, just come is from the city,
yeah,
you know, just doing some things is a blessing, you know. There's not a lot of people that really, you know, capitalize on anything that's in the city. Like, you know, they either wasted talent or just not, you know, fulfilling their, you know, dreams. So, like, stuff like this is amazing.
Opening up a store in the middle of the pandemic ain't the smartest thing to do. But I need this space more than this space needs me. I need a spot to have the young dudes that come in and they see somebody who graduated from Leonard McKinley and who from this hood and that hood and went through this and went through that. You could build a life doing things that you really enjoy doing, things that you want to do, fashion and retail, whatever it is, creative. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can see that. You can see it firsthand, and you can talk to me. I'm relatable. I can have a conversation with you about the streets, and then we can talk about it, enjoy it, laugh about it, and then I can tell you exactly why you don't need to be there. And why where you want to go in the streets, the streets ain't gonna get you there. It's gonna take you farther away from it than you can ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? So that's the importance of Amongst Peers. It's like, bro, this is a space where you gotta come and we're gonna share a game. I'm gonna give you resources. You know, it's a lot of stuff people won't tell you. There's a lot of information people keep from me, but I got where I'm at because people did tell me. People did give me the resources and all the information that they work hard for, they gave it to me for free. And that's why I'm able to be here, and that's why I want to give that back. You know what I'm saying, to other people coming up. And that's why these conversations are so important, because we can talk and we can laugh and we can clown, but at the end of the day, the end goal and the message, you know what I'm saying, it got our line. You know what I'm saying? So
Read between the lines, man. That's the message from the OG.
Rio, man, we appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Definitely get back on here.
We got a little drunk in here.
got a couple
Drinks in us, man. It's your boy Ray B. That was some shit.